what the black man and woman needs to know about the nation, about the world, about themselves. Muhammad Speaks It. To order your 12-issue subscription to Muhammad Speaks newspaper, 313-371-7033. 313-371-7033. Kareem Bean Pie is the grand champion of all bean pies. The rich flavor and smooth texture takes this pie to a whole new level of delicious. One bite and you'll understand why people all over the country call daily to order Kareem Bean Pie. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033. Kareem Bean Pie.
This bean pie is delicious.
Muhammad Speaks presents Messenger Elijah Muhammad's Teachings by Minister Khalil Shabazz every Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. at Muhammad's Temple of Islam, 12609 East McNichols Road in Detroit.
Brothers and sisters, we rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent and Merciful, sole Master of the day, gentlemen, in which we now live. The alone do we serve, and the alone seeks for thine help and aid. O Allah, please guide us on the right path. Path of those upon whom thou spell thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none is ever to be served, worship or praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is thy true servant and last apostle. Ameen. We'd like to acknowledge the brothers and sisters that extended us the greetings of Assalamu alaikum. We have Sister Hala Brooks. I'd like to say in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and in the name of his last and greatest messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I'd like to greet the brothers and sisters with the Nation of Islam's greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Today we like to talk about the Muslim program is the best. We like to start first with the July 1962 Muhammad Speaks, and it's called What the Muslims Want. This is the first time the messenger wrote what the Muslims want. And he says, this is the question asked most frequently by both the whites and blacks. The answer to this question I shall state as simply as possible. Of course, we don't have time to go through all of them. So it's just the first three we're going to talk about today. The messenger says, we want freedom. We want a full and complete freedom. We want justice. Equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, regardless of creed or class or color. We want equality of opportunity. We want equal membership in society with the best in civilized society. Because the black man never knew what it meant to be a nation before the message. We don't even know what it means to be a nation today. Because most people who talk about their nation, now that they copying after the messenger, only thing they really doing is gathering together a lot of people. So because they have a lot of people, they feel like, yo, we a nation. I'm building a nation because I got brothers in Florida, in Chicago, and Cleveland. That means we're a nation. But the messenger said, he says, we want equal opportunity. We want equal membership in society with the best in civilized society. What does that mean? When you say civilized society, it says a civilized society or country has a well-developed system of government, culture, a way of life, and that treats the people who live there fairly. A fair justice system is a fundamental part of a civilized society. So we, the black man, the messenger taught us, living under Christianity. Christianity is slavery, suffering, and death. So when the black man in the civil rights movement We was fighting to be equal with the white man. The white man does not have a civilized society. This is a savage society. Yes. But because the black man has been robbed of a knowledge of self, and we don't get justice, we think justice is being equal with the devil. When we don't realize if we equal with the devil, we still gonna be in hell. Because the messenger said all we can do living under the white man is to continue to be a beggar. So the messenger say we want equal membership in civilized society. We want to have what other nations have. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad went further in, this is August 15, 1962, the next week. He went on to further explain what he means with what the Muslims want. So this is the section that says freedom indeed. The messenger says we want freedom indeed. Why shouldn't we want to go from the people who have lynched and burned us? Why continue to send our own brother out there falling under the blows of so-called peace officers and falling from a bullet from his gun? I have seen police vex our people to try and make him say something to beat him or kill him. You say you want to help us. Help us do what? If you don't want to help us to leave you with a good send-off, then what are you going to help us to do if we stay here? I have lived with you all my life. I was born in the South. I have looked upon evil treatment of our people day and night. I have shed tears for you many times. No justice whatsoever. I have seen people kicked about who ask for a fair salary. I have heard it said to a brother, you take what I say, you don't figure behind me, nigger. That's what the messenger says. Showing us that this is not a civilized society. You can't even get justice when you work. The devil, the messenger said, told the brother, you don't figure behind. Figure is that old Southern, like you don't count money behind. If I give you $5 and you supposed to have 10, nigga, you got 10. That's $5, but it's $10. Whatever I owe you, if I give you $2, that's the $10. Don't come counting after me. That's the white man. Because I know I used to ask my daddy questions about devils in the South. Because when I was growing up as a kid, you don't think the devil is bad. And I remember me and my brother, we was talking to my father about white people. This was the first time I remember he ever told us, like, they ain't what you think they are. Because my daddy, he wasn't in the nation. He never taught me they was the devil, but he taught me they was the devil. Because he used to say how them devils used to be in the South. Like about how you can't look a devil in his face. We as black people today, we don't know that kind of white man. Where when a white man coming, you got to look at the ground. You can't look him in the eye. You can't look his woman in the eye. You got to look down and say, hey, how you doing, Miss such and such and so and so. That's not a civilized society. The black man always lived in fear. Fear because we don't get justice. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that God came. He said God came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. Yes, sir. July 4th, 1930. And he said he offered us a flag. He offered us a flag that represents our nation. So in our nation, we want to be equal to civilized society. We want to have what civilized societies have. Civilized societies have freedom, justice, and equality. Yes, sir. That's the fundamental basics of a civilized society. We know nothing about that with the white man. Because the messenger taught us which one will survive the war of Armageddon. Because the messenger says the war of Armageddon is the war between good or truth and falsehood. That's what the war of Armageddon is. So the messenger says Allah offers to us a flag. Our flag represents freedom, justice, and equality. Yes, sir. He taught us that the white man's flag represents Christianity because he taught us it's only two camps. The whole world is divided into two camps. He said Islam and Christianity.
Yes, sir.
Those are the only two camps that you can be in. Because the messenger says if you come in the hereafter with any other religion other than Islam, it won't be accepted. Because we as black people, we think that we can reject Islam and that's all right. We think we make up what we believe was right. But Islam has a standard. Like it ain't right to eat hog in Islam. But as a Christian, it's okay to eat hog. It's not right to drink in Islam. But in Christianity, it's okay to drink. That's two different worlds. Those two different worlds are warring with each other. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says they've been warring with each other for 6,000 years. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us who is the father of this world. The father of this world is the father of the white race. His name is Yaqub.
That's right.
We always got to know the difference between the two gods. Because the messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, taught us that we don't have the same God as the white man. I know when I first heard that, I couldn't believe that. Like, we don't have the same God. The white man has a God, and we got a God. The messenger taught us that our God came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad.
That's right.
That's our God. But he taught us that the white man also has a God. And his God's name is Yaqub.
That's right.
The messenger taught us that Yaqub was born. Thank you. He taught us that Yaqub was born in Mecca, or 20 miles outside of Mecca.
That's right.
He taught us that Yaqub was born with the determined idea to make a people to rule the black man for 6,000 years. We have completed that 6,000 years, the messenger says, in 1914.
Yes.
He taught us that in 1914, the white man's world was over. But he said they can get an extension of time. So we in 2023. Time has run out. So the messenger says we are at the day of decision. The black man must make a choice.
Yes.
Whatever choice you make is the choice you gonna be stuck with. Because the messenger taught us, when the executors come, he said they don't come to teach us nothing. After they come, is whatever choice you made, that's the choice you gonna have to live or die with.
That's right.
So the messenger says the world is divided into two camps, Christianity and Islam. Because most people think that Christianity is just when you go to church. Christianity is not just when you go to church. If you have not accepted Islam under the leadership and guidance of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you a Christian.
Yeah, that's it.
If you a Sunni Muslim, you a Christian. If you don't accept God as a man, you a Christian. Because God is not a spook. God always raises one to teach the people or to warn the people before he destroys a civilization. That's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us.
Yes.
He always sends a warner. He don't just send a warner for you to just blow the warner off. He sends a warner for you to make a choice. Choose evil versus truth. So the messenger says the people always add lies or say that the messenger that comes to them is lying. They don't want to accept that what he says comes from God. So these are the people that you call the disbelievers.
Right.
These people disbelieve in what the warner tells them. They want to continue to go along with the filth and indecency of that present society.
That's right.
So this is how most people go to hell. Because the messenger taught us that hell is not some special place. He taught us hell is a condition of life.
That's right.
He said if you ain't got no money, that's hell. If you outside and it's cold and you ain't got a coat, you in hell. Hell is a condition of life. All praise is due to Allah. The white man taught us that hell was some place that you go after you die. That's not true. Hell is right here on earth. Yes. You can have hell or you can have heaven. But the messenger taught us about a fire that's coming. He said it's called the lake of fire. He taught us that the whole United States will become the lake of fire. He taught us that there is a plane that he called the wheel. He said that it is 1,600 planes on this wheel. He said that it's a bomb. I believe, if I'm remembering it right, he said that each one of those planes got one bomb on it. He said that the pilot on that plane can hit his target anywhere in America blindfolded. He said not one of those bombs is going to hit water. He said every single one is going to hit land. He said that the mother plane or the wheel was made to destroy America. Praise due to Allah. He said that Master Farad Muhammad told him that America is number one on his list for destruction. Number one. So he said Master Farad Muhammad has a list, but America number one on his list. We live in America. The messenger says we have a free chance to accept our own and be ourselves. But he said, like the prophet said, he said it's going to be a gnashing of teeth. He said when the black man finds out how easy it was for us to just accept our own and be ourselves, he said it's going to be a gnashing of teeth. That means you grinding your teeth together because you so in regret. He said it's going to be like that burning that hypocrites have. Because he said the hypocrite is in the lowest depths of the flame. Yeah. He said that that's not a literal flame. He said, but that grief and that regret, it burns so much in their hearts that he said it's like a literal fire. He says it causes the hypocrite to wish he was dead. He said that's the same grief that all of us gonna have when it go down. When we make the wrong choice to choose the devil over Islam, we gonna have that same grief. And it says it will be a gnashing of teeth. So the messenger says, he used to say, hurry up and join on to your own kind. Right. Because this is the day where we having mercy from Allah. It might not seem like it, but this is mercy from Allah. Yes. We all still have a choice. Every day, even us as believers, we making a choice every day. Because tomorrow you could make a choice to say, I'm sick of this. It ain't like we just is written in stone that those of us who believe today gonna believe tomorrow. We make a choice every single day. Praise due to Allah. Every single hour, every single minute, we making a choice. Just like with food. I know food is one of my big, a weakness of mine. I love to eat. It might not look like it, but I love to eat. So all day long at work, I'm driving around, I see brothers parking and going into the Coney Island and getting them something to eat. They sitting around eating potato chips. I'm trying to do my one meal a day. I'm struggling, but hey, that's a choice. Yes. The choice is the same. The messenger taught us to eat one meal a day. That's a choice. Sometimes the messenger with our curfew. We ain't got no investigators. But the messenger say we ain't supposed to be out all night. Right. Another choice. Messenger taught us how to dress. He said we don't wear shorts. It's uncivilized to wear shorts. We ain't got no investigators. We ain't got no whole lot of Muslims everywhere. But that's a choice. That's right. Praise due to Allah. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us the truth. He said accept it or reject it. That's what we doing today. We either accept what he said or reject it. because we think we getting away today because the messenger not here. I see a lot of Muslims wearing shorts. You a Muslim talking about you follow the messenger and you wearing shorts. I see a whole lot of sisters with makeup on. I see brothers with sisters who's supposed to be their wife with makeup on. Talking about you following. You ain't following the messenger. Ready to do a lot. The messenger said the whole world is divided into two camps. Islam and Christianity. It ain't divided in a little bit of Islam, a little bit of, no, two camps. You either in Islam or you in Christianity. You either got one, both foot in or both feet out. That's Islam. With the messenger here, with him gone. Because the one thing we forget about is what the messenger said Malcolm forgot about. He said he forgot about Allah. That's what we forget. We think because the messenger gone, he ain't nobody see it. So if I want to wear my shorts, I can wear my shorts. If I want to wear a beard, see a lot of brothers with beards, getting your beard lined up, looking like lost found. The messenger says we don't imitate the lost found in nothing.
That's right.
We supposed to be Muslims. They supposed to be imitating us. We supposed to think we the best.
Yes.
We Muslims following the message. We ain't supposed to think no leader, no group got nothing better than what the messenger has. We supposed to look at his standard and his style. Anything other than that is savage. You a black man with an afro, you a savage.
Yes.
You a black man and you wear white beaters outside, you a savage. What a Muslim FOI, especially, I'm not saying especially to downplay the sisters, but I'm a FOI. I seen the FOI. So when I see these brothers trying to imitate the lost found, you don't believe like I believe. I can't say you a hypocrite. But the messenger said one of the characteristics of a hypocrite is they are not satisfied with what the messenger taught.
Yes, sir.
So anytime I see a brother walking around in shorts, when I see a brother trying to imitate a lost found, I can't say you a hypocrite. But I can say you showing the characteristics of a hypocrite. Because the messenger says that hypocrites come among the believers. He said because they want you to disbelieve like them. He said they hate you because you believe. So these are the things that we must know to stay in either camp we want to be in. We got to understand there are characteristics of hypocrites. Another characteristic of a hypocrite. The messenger says friendship, they seek friendship with the enemies of Islam. That's the characteristic of a hypocrite. You don't socialize with everybody if you a believer.
Right.
For what? If I say I believe in the message, why I'm socializing with Israelites? Why I'm socializing with Christians? Why I'm socializing with 5%ers? Why I'm socializing with Hebrews and all these if I'm a Muslim? I can respect you. I respect 5%ers. I respect Hebrews. I respect Christians. But I'm in this camp. You in another camp. How we cool? How we socialize? I see brothers. Because brothers like in this generation, we like to do everything under the sun but what the messenger taught. We got brothers now that like to be rappers. How you rapping and you a Muslim? Because in this generation, when you look at the teachings of the messenger, the teachings of the messenger is like a spoon and a fork. You only use them. You don't think about it until it's time to eat. When you finish eating, you put the spoon up and you don't think about it all day until it's time to use the spoon or the fork. That's what the messenger's teachings have become. You was a lost found and you wanted to be a rapper. So you use the messenger's teachings to promote your rap. You don't really like the messenger's teachings because you don't practice it. You just use it for whatever you wanted to do before you came in the nation. You got all these black Muslims who these influencers. They got all these big podcasts. Got all these big shows where they talking to all these people getting thousands of views. Ain't talking nothing about no Islam. Ain't trying to get your black brother to accept nothing of the messenger's teachings. But the messenger said we in two camps. Islam or Christianity. Whatever camp you in, it shows what camp you in. We think we fooling a believer when we walking around looking savage. But the messenger taught us. He said that we, as he said, seek the way through me. When we saw the messenger was so down with Islam that when he was in the desert, I remember when I first saw that picture, that's the first thing I noticed. I'm like, he still got his suit bow tie on with his suit coat buttoned all the way to the top.
That's right.
And he in the desert. Most people, when they get in the desert, that's their excuse now to take off more clothes. But the messenger was 100% all the time. When you would see the messenger in the interview sitting down, he had his whole suit buttoned up, sitting there looking like a Muslim. He always looked like a Muslim. But now we got hypocrites. This hypocrite Louis Eugene, because he is the one who largely is responsible for the nation to lose that military bearing. This hypocrite be wearing street clothes in interviews. This hypocrite be wearing Pope robes. When you saw the messenger look like the Pope, that's a hypocrite.
Yes, sir.
That's somebody who's not satisfied with what the messenger taught. So now we see brothers now who's supposed to be a minister doing an interview with your collar open. You ain't even got a bow tie on. Or you got on some little casual wear. And you representing the nation. That's characteristics of a hypocrite.
That's right.
Because you got to look at the small characteristics too. It ain't always the big one. Sometimes it's a whole lot of smalls. Because if you're a believer in the messenger, I'm not saying we perfect. Let me explain. I ain't trying to say that a Muslim is perfect. But you can see a person who's striving and a person who's slacking.
Yes.
If you a person or a believer who's striving to be upright, you got hang-ups. You might not eat one meal a day all the time. You might not be always on point, but when you see a brother that's striving, you can tell a striving Muslim and a slacking Muslim.
That's right.
You can tell. Because the messenger said these people will drag you down. He said because it's dangerous to be friends with hypocrites. Because they striving to make you like them. Because the messenger said what hypocrites do is they always try to make it seem like it's because they didn't understand. Oh, I didn't understand. Oh, the messenger said he was so plain that even a fool can't hear.
Right.
So it ain't nothing that the messenger saying that we don't understand. When the messenger tell her sister she's supposed to cover her hair, she understand. Pray due to Allah. Don't you let her play you like, oh, all right, you understand. You understand that the messenger wants you to cover your whole head, but you just a little hypocrite, hiding on the inside. They want to all praise it. They want to influence that other sister. But as Muslims, you supposed to let them hypocrites know we see you. Like, sister, pull it down a little bit. Hypocrites come in all shapes and sizes.
Yes.
Hypocrites is men and hypocrites is women.
Right.
Hypocrites is ministers, captains, lieutenants, and hypocrites is the regular rank and file believers. Hypocrites come in all shapes and sizes. It don't matter what you know. It don't matter how long you've been a Muslim. A hypocrite is a hypocrite. So the messenger, he taught us, this is the war of Armageddon. He said this is the time where the truth will be attacked. That's one of the things we got to understand too. Because in this day and time, the truth being attacked is harder now than when it was with the messenger. Because it's easier to hold on to the truth when somebody attacked the truth and the truth come back with another attack. But when the truth keep getting attacked and it ain't no defense, then the truth start looking weak. It started looking weak to the black man. Islam looked strong when the messenger was around.
Yes.
When you saw Muslims in suits and bow ties, it looked strong. But when you see some Muslims walking around looking like lost founds, some Muslims rapping, some Muslims going to the club, some Muslims going out into devils and music, that's when Islam starts looking weak. Because when I was a lost found, the thing that people think that because you a lost found, you dumb. When we will see come into a temple, you can tell the weak Muslim in the temple even though you don't know what they talking about. Because you was a Christian and you can tell the hardcore Christian from the weak Christian. You can look at this brother, he clean and he neat, but this brother ain't. Even as a lost found. You can see this brother, he be out rapping with us, but then he come to the temple. Something ain't right with that. Lost founds can tell. So the messenger taught us that we want equal membership in civilized society. We want to be a nation. We want to be a people that have what other nations have. That's freedom, justice, and equality. So the messenger taught us that the best way to get this is complete separation.
Yes.
That's another thing about these, complete separation.
Yes.
Because the messenger taught us that the white man is a scientific liar. That's what he taught us.
Yes, sir.
He said that the white man is like a snake. A snake has a forked tongue. The messenger said the white man will speak one word of truth, but follow that one word of truth with 1,000 words of lies.
Yes.
That's how he tricked the black man. That's why we have to separate. Complete separation from the white race. Because the messenger said he was made to deceive us. He was made to murder us. He said that's why Allah raised up a messenger. Because we didn't know that the white race was made to deceive us. They was made to murder us. Not only that, messenger said that the white man was taught a science called trick knowledge. Who know that? The black man don't know the science of trick knowledge, but the white man does. He know how to speak the truth to make you think he telling you the truth. But once you start believing that truth he's saying on one side, then he follow it up with 1,000 words of lies for you to believe. 1,000 words of lies that cover up all that truth he done just told you. How will we know? We deaf, dumb, and blind.
Yes.
That's what the messenger said we was. He said that the parable of the prodigal son is the best parable describing the black man. The parable of the prodigal son says that this little boy left his father and he went to a strange land among a strange people. And because he was among these strange people, he started doing strange things. That's the black man in America. All praise is due to Allah. We are a people in a strange land among a strange people.
Yes.
But we so deaf, dumb, and blind. We don't know nothing about the white man that makes him strange. He made us like him. So he's strange, we strange. He likes strange things, we like strange things. That's the thing about being in the dead world. When I first became a Muslim, I began to understand or be taught the things that we not supposed to do. But the things that we not supposed to do, I like. So I'm wondering, like, why everything we ain't supposed to do so fun? Because we've been among a strange people.
Yes.
We like strange things. Strange things can be fun. Killing yourself can be fun. It's fun to go to the club. It's fun to eat hard until you get cancer. Until you in the hospital.
Yeah.
Until you die. Then it ain't fun no more. Because these strange people teach us to hate ourselves. That's what strange people cause us to do. And once we hate ourselves, we love hating ourselves. We hate ourselves and love the strange people. This is why the messenger said God had to come.
Yes, sir.
He said our condition was so bad that the only person that could solve it was God himself. So he said that God came in person. He came in person to Black Bottom, Detroit. We don't even know how important that history is. God, the messenger said. This is a picture of God himself. All praise is due to Allah. A lot of people look at this picture and think it's funny. Think it's funny when we tell you God came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. This is God in person. Yes. We're not talking about a spook. We telling you he was born February 26, 1877. Because it's a war of Armageddon. It's only two camps. So the messenger taught us that God came himself. He was born to save the black man. A God born to save us. Yes. But he ain't accepted by us because we've been among a strange people. We believe in strange things. When you look at the messenger or Master Farad Muhammad that we call our Savior, if we just look at what he taught the messenger on how to eat to live, we will see him as a Savior. Yes. Because the messenger taught us that John Hawkins, he is the one who put us in physical slavery. In physical slavery, the slave master forced us to eat hog. Forced us. Because we wasn't among a strange people. We know that eating hog, you ain't even supposed to touch the hog. So the white man forced us to want to kill ourselves. So after years and years of us, after we've been forced and then we just start liking, we love hog now. After being forced now, when we first came here, they had to force us to eat it. Now you got to force us to stop eating because we love it so much. So if you look at what the Master Farad Muhammad taught us on how to eat to live, we would see him as a Savior. We would give him some credit for something. But we are among a strange people. We like strange things. We would rather believe in a spook than believe that God came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. A spook, what is a spook? Because people say Master Farad Muhammad is a white man. What color is a spook? Is a spook a man or a woman? What is a spook? Can you talk to the spook? Does the spook love you? When the spook don't come raise somebody to help you, what does a spook do for the black man? We can't give you no answer. But we can tell you what Master Farad Muhammad came and did. Yes. Because what people will say, well, what did he do? He raised the messenger. Yes. That's what he did. He raised somebody to teach and guide us. That's what he did. That's right, we in a strange land among a strange people doing strange things, and he raised a messenger to put you on the right path, and you say, what did he do? He raised the messenger. Yes. Somebody to warn you that his destruction is coming. That's what he did. Talking about what he do. What your spook God do? The messenger, all praises do. The messenger said he came himself to Black Bottom, Detroit. God in person. He could have said to hell with them niggas. We gonna kill them and start all over. But the messenger said God loves us. Yes. He loved us so much that he came himself. Yes. Not only did he come himself, the messenger said nobody wanted us. The messenger said the white man taught us in such a way that other countries make mockery of us. That's how the white man taught us. He taught us in such a way nobody would want to do nothing to us or nothing for us. So the messenger said, God loves us. This God he talking about is Master Farad Muhammad. Yes, sir. Not only did this God come, but this God spent 3.5 years here teaching the message. That's how much he loved the black. Well, what your spook do? How long did the spook God come to raise somebody up to just tell us, you know, hog is killing you. You know you can fast. He said that fasting is the cure of most of our ills. Yes. Just going on a 3-day fast. Not only that, The messenger didn't just tell us to stop eating hog. He taught us what the hog was. He said the hog is grafted from rat, cat, and dog.
That's right.
He said the hog was grafted and made for medical purposes for the white race.
Yes.
This is what God came in person to teach a messenger to teach us.
That's right.
Because when we was eating hog, we had no idea that the hog was 999% poison.
Yeah.
That's what we didn't know. We didn't know that there was a trichina worm in the hog.
Right.
That when you eat this trichina worm, that it goes all inside of your organs, all the way up, the messenger said, to your brain. He said, once it get to your brain, that's it. The messenger even went so far to tell us that I think it's 7 years for the hog to get out our system.
Right.
Who knew that? Who knew that the hog is so poisonous that once you start eating it, even if you didn't eat no more hog, you say, yo, I'm not eating no more hog. It takes 7 years for the hog to completely get out your system.
Right.
This is what God came and raised up a messenger to teach us.
Praise be to Allah.
Not only did God come and raise a messenger to teach us who not to eat hog, but he taught us who we are. This is God.
Yes.
We spend time with ourselves all day, every day, but we don't even know our own self. But God came to teach us our own self. So God said, you the original man.
Right.
This weekend I found out everybody don't even believe we the original man. And some people think it's dumb to say the black man is the original man. That's why the messenger said God had to come. We deaf, dumb, and blind, and we don't even know.
Right.
You think it's dumb to say you the original. Well, who the original man then?
Right.
If it's dumb to say that the black man, somebody got to be the original man. So if it's dumb to say that the black man, who the original man, is the spook original? Because the messenger said if God is spook, we are spook. Because he said we came from him.
Right.
That's something else that Master Farad Muhammad taught us. We are the direct descendants from God himself.
Yes, sir.
That's what Master Farad, we didn't know that being in a strange land among a strange people. Not only are we a people who descend directly from God, everything that we see is made by us. All this, and I'm just touching it generally. We ain't even getting into the specifics of what God taught the messenger. But he taught us that everything that you see, the black man made or created. All praise is due to Allah. Not only everything we see, the black man created, we even created or made the white man.
Yes.
Who knew that? We didn't know nothing about that. But this is what God came to teach us. Not only did we make the white man, he taught us that the white man don't own 1 square inch of the planet Earth. Who knew that? But God. This is letting us know this war of Armageddon, when them executors come, it's going to be whatever choice you chose. Because God came, the messenger says, to teach us of our own. He said that God's coming is going to force everybody to go to his own. So he had to teach us what our own was, because we didn't know. So our own is everything in the universe.
That's right.
That's our own. That's why the messengers say we get a flag. Our flag represents the universe.
Yes.
The white man's flag don't represent the universe. The white man's flag just represents his little country. Ours represent everything you see. Because the messenger taught us everything you see is what the black man owns.
Yes.
So when he tell us to accept our own religion, accept our own God, our own way of life, our own culture, our own language, our own land, accept your own and be yourself.
Yes, sir.
So the messenger taught us what is our own. Our own self is a righteous Muslim.
That's it. Brother.
Praise due to Allah. But we don't want to accept that we Muslims. We want to be everything but a Muslim. black people be talking about the ones who want to fight against Islam. They always say that Islam is an Arab religion. But if we look at Islam, it's easy to tell that all the prophets was Muslims. Because in the Holy Quran it says that Allah sends prophets and messengers to all the people. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us. He said Islam is the nature of the black man.
That's right.
Islam means entire submission to the will of Allah.
Yes.
That's the nature of God. He said that nature of God is in everything that God creates. He creates everything to submit to him entirely. Not halfway. Not 50%. Not 60 and 7, but 100%.
Yes, sir.
That's the nature of the birds. That's the nature of the fish. That's the nature of the sun, the moon, and the stars. That's the nature of all creation. So the messenger says that the black man has been in the hands of an enemy. He said we've been taught to be other than our own self. So that's why God came to teach us of ourselves. So that we can make this choice. So that we could see the hereafter. Messenger taught us the hereafter is not a special place. He said the hereafter means hereafter the authority and rule of the white man has been broken.
That's right.
That's what hereafter means. But he said we're not going to make it to see the hereafter if we hog eaters. We're not going to make it to see the hereafter if our name is Jenkins, Johnson, Jones, and Culpeper. Them the white man's names. He said those names attach us to them. How did we know that? That's another thing about God's coming. He taught us so much that we didn't know. He said because we didn't think that it was much to a name. We thought it was okay to be Jenkins. We thought it was okay to be Jones. We had been here among these strange people so long that the things that they did to us that we once fought against, we accept now. I remember when I first changed my name becoming a Muslim. I told this sister I was working at FedEx. And I got to one of my stops. So I told the sister my name is Khalil. Don't call me Howard no more. The sister got upset. And this is the thing that I learned about black and white people. She was like, I'm not about to call you Khalil. I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, because the thing how I feel about black people. When Ice Cube say he Ice Cube, you call him Ice Cube. That ain't his name. You call Snoop Dogg, that ain't his name. You call Ice-T, that ain't his name. But when you become a Muslim and change your name from the white man's name to an original holy name, black and white people have a problem.
Right.
That was strange to me. It's strange. It's white people today. Because when I changed my name, the white people at my job, because I changed my name and was saying I was Khalil, but I never legally got it changed. So when I told her I changed my name, it wasn't legally yet, but I was a Muslim and I wasn't going under my slave name no more. So by the time I changed my name legally, they started putting Khalil on my uniforms. Them devils had a fit. Once again, I'm learning about what the messenger said. It's a lot in the name. I learned that when I changed. Devils acting like they can't say Khalil. Acting like they don't know how to say Shabazz. I remember one time I went to Concentra to get my medical card. This devil had the nerve to ask me, why did you change your name? This the devil. This my name. You ain't asked your fathers why you forcing them to have your name, but you gonna ask me, why did you change your name? This is why the messenger said, the white man knows that these names chain us to them. So once they see a nigga change his name to why you change your name? Because it's my name. That's why I changed my name. So the messenger taught us it's much to a name.
Yeah.
He says a name identifies you to what nation you belong to. That's what's in the name. So if you're a black man calling yourself Jones, you just say you identify or you choose the white man. If you're a black man named Jenkins and Jackson, all you telling Allah is I want to go down with the white man. If you eat hard, if you smoke cigarettes, all you doing is telling Allah, I want to be on this side. I'm in this camp. I'm in the camp of Christianity. If you a Sunni Muslim, you telling Allah, I want to be in this camp. Because the messenger taught us. He said there is nothing hidden anymore. There's nothing hidden about the white man. He said he pulled the covers off of them. There's nothing hidden about the black man. And there's nothing hidden about God. There's enough knowledge today for the black man to make a proper choice.
Right.
It's no more I didn't understand. It's enough information for us to make up our mind. Because the messenger says, once it's over, it's over. Once God get fed up and say, okay, now's the time, it's just going to be on. Whatever choice we made, we going to have to live with it. But the messenger says in the hereafter, he said, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, nor have it entered into the heart of man what Allah has in store for us. He said, all of this is worth it. All the hell we catch is worth seeing the hereafter. Even if we don't see it, all the hell we catch is still worth it to fight to try to see the hereafter. Because we can't just look at it like if I don't see it. No, some other little young brothers coming up, they could see it. That's how it be when you love your nation. We might not see it.
Right.
Probably it look like we might not, but it's some other people who might see it. So we hold a line or hold a baton, then pass it to them.
That's right.
That's how you got to look at it.
Yeah.
We staying sharp, holding down the teachings of the messenger for the other young brother.
That's right.
We ain't wearing shorts and makeup and wearing afros and rapping. We still look like them strange Muslims that Muslims used to look like with the messenger. Praise be to Allah. Yeah, we strange. We gonna be strange in this strange world. We ain't strange to the righteous. We just strange to the wicked. Because the messenger taught us that God comes for the righteous. He don't come for the wicked. He said the black man is righteous by nature. He said the white man is wicked by nature. And when God comes, he comes for the righteous.
Yeah.
Righteous ain't something you do. Righteous is something that you are by nature.
Yeah.
So the messenger taught us that God is coming for the black man. But he said he will not accept us as we are. We got to accept him. We got to change.
Yes.
Because the messenger said a filthy society cannot force themselves on a clean society. Right. That's why he said we must clean ourselves up and divest ourselves of the devil's habits.
That's right.
Because when you have a civilized, clean society, no filthy society is forcing themselves on them. Because to be a civilized society, the basics of it is justice and righteousness and treating everybody fair. Mm-hmm. If you got dirty, filthy, savage people, you're not treating people fair. I was watching, I think it was Iran. I don't know the particular situation, but it was this young Muslim girl who they say wasn't wearing her headpiece right. I'm looking like, wow. They got what they call the morality police. I'm like, we need that in the Nation of Islam. Morality police. I want to be one of them too. Sisters with makeup, go to the jail. Go to the jail. I'm fining them. Brothers with shorts on, I'm giving you a fine. I will be one of them hardcore. You got on, give them a ticket.
Right.
You make an example out of them. That's what make examples out of. Make example out the sister with makeup. Make an example out that one that thinks she's so cute that she want to wear them form-fitting MGT garments. Make examples. They made an example out this girl. I don't know the particulars. But I guess she was getting so many tickets that they took her to jail and she ended up dead. I'm like, wow. They go that hard for not wearing your headpiece because they got morality police. They got people who ain't tolerating filth. And when we live in this strange society, I'm all for that. Selling papers and you seeing transgender and brothers with dresses on and high heels, we need a morality police. Yes. We need people who ain't tolerating filth and indecency. Having people going to the bathroom in public. People drunk in public, high in public, cussing and being loud in public. That's uncivilized. Yes. Messenger taught us you ain't supposed to be loud in public. Right. He even taught us if you see another Muslim and they across the street or down, he said you're not even supposed to scream, Salam alaikum. That's savage. You ain't supposed to be loud in public. You ain't supposed to have your radio blast. I know some of us, we fall victim to that, but we ain't supposed to do it. Right. No, when your jam come on, it just feels natural to just hit. But that's the message. Say we ain't supposed to be loud in public. Right. Ain't supposed to be talking loud. Ain't supposed to be in the supermarket. Yeah, girl, this thing, yeah. People on the phone looking crazy. Look like you talking to yourself. But when you have a moral society, the messenger says that's what we want. We want equal membership in civilized society. That's right. Well, brothers and sisters, we don't want to prolong the time. So I'll leave you as I came in the nation of Islam's greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam.
Enjoying the show? Help keep us on the air. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033 to make a donation.
Brothers and sisters, we rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the merciful, sole master's day of judgment in which we now live. The alone do we serve, and the alone seek for thine help and aid. O Allah, please guide us on the right path of those upon whom thou bestow thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he, Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none is to be served, worship or praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is thy true servant and last apostle. Ameen. Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us not to do anything to anyone that we wouldn't have done it to ourselves and treat everybody right, even the devil. Shalom alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.